Hey folks, this video is for anybody who's preparing to go in the military, specifically something hard like in special operations. Sam here approached me months ago asking a question of, hey, I want to be an Army Ranger. How do I get ready to do that? How do I make sure I don't quit like other folks? Since then, Sam's no longer going down that path. You're going to be a
combat controller.
And so he's going to the Air Force, so make sure you just troll the mess out of him in the comments below. My job, though, is to kind of help Sam. Sam's become a friend, and I'm about to not be friendly to him because while I'm about to be giving you guys tips to prepare for the next stage and physical and mental preparation, aside from just giving you tips, I'm going to smoke the daylights out of Sam here. And this is an altar of pain I'm about to put him on. And he's going to do something really awesome for you. He's going to let me just smoke the mess out of him so that as he's doing this, I can coach you through. We can make a public spectacle of his pain and anguish so I can teach you little mental cheats that have helped me. We got to keep our minds very busy in the midst of hardship, misery, and pain. Otherwise, we focus on our pain, and we can't embrace that suck, and we end up quitting like so many usually do. So I'm about to hurt Sam. I've done this personally. I'm not doing anything to him that hasn't been done to me just countless times, and even worse, he's going to run into this. So this is a tender mercy, but I'm about to be very unfriendly to him. First things is we need physical preparation, guys. So I'm going to give you just a kind of a list of a few things real quick, and then we'll put them on the altar here. One is get physically fit as much so as you possibly can. You're going to have a PT test. For the Army, it's a 2-mile run. It's push-ups. It's sit-ups. You got a 1.5-mile run, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Air Force. The Air. Guys, a minimum, like absolute baseline minimum, you need to be maxing that thing if you have further goals and ambitions of going further than the average Joe. So 300 minimum. You also have to be able to do absolutely perfect push-ups. Let's give him a perfect push-up. Go ahead and get up there. All right, so arms are completely locked out. Back is completely straight from the neckline down to the feet. And you go all the way down to your, nope, all the way down, touch your chest. Nope, that they would not count that. All the way down. I want to see your touch. Yep, and all the way up, lockout, 1. All the way down, touch, up, 2, and you can't rest. So that's it. All right, go ahead and get down. Anything else you could do? 30 push-ups real fast, and they just be like 1, 1, 1. It's infuriating. So it's got to be absolutely perfect push-ups, and I want you to be able to max a PT test. Also, just general road marching. In the military, your feet are your wheels. And somebody like a CCT, they're usually doing what other special operations guys are doing, but they're carrying even more weight. So you better be in as good of shape or better shape than the other guys. You need to be able to road march. Your feet are your wheels, and I need your feet just tough as nails, all calloused and gnarled up, ready to go. So yeah, that means buy crappy boots and crappy socks and put on a lot of weight and get used to walking all the time. For this, I don't want you to try to break in your feet all at once so that you just big bloody nubs. That's good for mindset, but then you're out for the next few weeks while you recover. So break them in a little bit slower and be smart about how you do so. There's fighting smart and fighting hard, and you want to be able to balance both. And then there's just general fitness. Swimming, you can do some CrossFit-ish stuff. Just make sure you don't go heavy. Don't do CrossFit game stuff. You're going to want to preserve your joints and make sure you don't injure yourself. And get creative. Find some fun stuff, like go push a truck half a mile or something. That'll be fun. The next part is the mental preparation. And I want you to get very, very accustomed to misery. I remember before I went into the military, I was doing all kinds of things, and people would have thought it was just absolute masochism what I was doing to myself. Like for a couple months, all I would do is I didn't use the warm water at all in my shower, just freezing cold, and I'm like, oh, I hate my life again. Here we go, embrace the misery. Deprive myself of food and sleep, and then my workouts were just absolutely grueling. And the idea was I'm going to make myself so physically and mentally tough that I will laugh my way through whatever they throw at me in the military. And my road was pretty easy. It wasn't nearly as hard because I trained very hard in the first place. You're still going to get broken down, and I would, and collapsing in pools of my own sweat over and over. And that's just part of the monkey game. So Anyway, that's my journey. So now let's jump into the more, this stuff at hand. Sam's just coming off a half marathon. You're smoked, you got a rolled ankle, and you just did what we're about to do yesterday to give me kind of a baseline. What he's about to do is plank. That's where you come up on your elbows and your feet and you stay straight as a board. And that's our whole exercise. That's it. When I was in, I would, if I ever was smoking someone, I didn't like smoking people unless I had a purpose for it to build up somehow. But when I'd smoke them, usually I'd focus on one body part. I'm like, today I will take your quads from you. And I'll do like just horrendous exercises that never take pressure off those quads. So because I'm not dealing with the whole physical whatever, he can do that on his own. I'm interested in the mind. The mind is always going to surrender before the body does. So if I can make the mind tougher, your body can do all kinds of things you'd never dream of. So yesterday he gave me a baseline. In the plank, he went up for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, he started shaking. After a minute, he wanted to quit, and then he suffered on and went for a full minute and a half. Hey, Levi, do you have a watch or anything? Do you have a watch?
I got a timer.
Take this off so I can have a timer, please. Hey, way to go playing this out. I've planned most of the stuff, but man, all right, get it on there, please. All right, the point of this is I want him to develop certain mental cheats, and I'm going to invite you guys at home to follow along. So guess what, guys? If you're going in the military, you're about to get in the plank as well, and you can participate. I can see you through the camera, so don't cheat. No, just kidding. We're going to get started. So I've got 5 little mental cheats that are going to come about when he starts going. So Sam, on the altar. All right, very good. And he's in a plank, and the clock has started. Make sure you're completely straight. You can smile at the camera when it starts sucking. First off is picture your goal. I need to keep your mind busy so it's not thinking about the pain. He's already shaking. That's awesome. That's 15 seconds. All right, picture your goal in front of you. You want to be XYZ. You want to be an airborne ranger. Fantastic. Lots of people want to be an airborne ranger. A lot of people want to be a CCT. What makes you think that you can make it when nobody else could? Picture your goal in front of you. Don't think about the pain. The pain is temporary. Picture your goal in front of you. Second thing is go somewhere else. At this point, Sam's already at 42 seconds. He's already shaking. I can see it in his legs, his arm. Don't sag at the butt. Straight. All right, good, man. Go somewhere else until the pain is no longer real. And this is a lot of effort up here mentally. But it's something that you're, like I would be praying for mental strength or thinking about some funny movie or a childhood memory or something else like that. Go somewhere else, Sam. What are you thinking about?
The beach.
The beach? What at the beach? What happened at the beach?
Just hanging out at the beach.
No, come on, go there. What do you see?
My honeymoon.
Your honeymoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're newly married, aren't you?
Newly married.
Very good. That's cool. How's that going?
It's going well.
Good. And he's mentally somewhere else, and that's what I want him to be able to do. Cool. Yesterday he went 1:30. That's as long as he could make it. Now the third thing is I want you to imagine a second wind coming. You feel like you're smoked. You feel like you're about ready to quit, don't you? You feel awful, right?
Terrible.
Well, cool. Well, I want you to imagine now, Sam, that a second wind is about to come. You feel it coming?
I feel it.
All right, good. It's going to hit you in 5, 4, 3, and the pain is just going to subside some. 2, 1, and feel yourself getting stronger. Good, you made it. Awesome. That's going to buy you another half a minute right there. You don't feel like it, but that's because the second wind and another second wind is coming. And so those little tricks, just mental tricks that you get, do not sag at the waist. Another thing is I want you to imagine your goal slowly slipping away from you. What are you going to tell your new blushing bride about your failure? What's that going to say about you as a man, Sam? Yeah, honey, I wanted to, but it was just too hard. I started feeling sorry for myself, so I quit. Is that what you're going to tell? Do not sag at the waist. Straight as a board. Rise above it. Go somewhere else. This is all in your head now. It's all in your head. Think of the shame of failing your family and your friends and your country. Look, right now, America is watching on. Look at the camera and say, you know what? I want to quit on you, America. It's just too hard. See, you're going to live the rest of your life thinking back in a moment of right before you quit and saying it was just too much for me to endure. And so I quit. How do you feel about that? To spend your whole life, do not fall. Do not fall. And rest for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How long do you think that was? Yesterday he made it 1.5 minutes. Today he made it 3.5. Up in the plank, plank, plank. Come on, Sam. All right, and we're going. It's not funny. See your goal in front of you. See yourself looking your whole life back because you gave in to just a little bit of pain. The next one is I want you to get furious at your weakness. This is number 5. This is the last thing. And any of these cheats, I kind of rotate them out, but I need your mind to stay very, very busy. Get angry at your weakness. Get angry at it. What do you want to say to your body? Tell me a message you'd like to deliver to your body, which is failing you now. Get off the table! Are you going to fail? Are you quitting on me, Sam? Are you quitting on me? You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. I see your mind buckling. And your mind is a liar. It's telling your body, get off the table. Your mind is telling you, get up now! Your mind is telling your body that you can't do something. And it's a liar, Sam. Go somewhere else now. Go somewhere else. Mentally go somewhere else. Go somewhere. Sam, ready? 3, 2, 1, up! I need 15 seconds. Do not go down. I need 15 seconds and you're done. 15 seconds. You're going to make it. Go somewhere else. You feel the second. Here comes the second wind. 3, 2, and 1. Hear the second wind. Almost. And rest. That's 5 minutes. 1.5 is what he did yesterday. And that was as much as he could do. Today you went 5 minutes. And I paused it. During his breaks, you could hear the watch clicking on and off. So it was a 5-minute plank. Good job, man. Is that fun?
It was blessed.
How's this feel down here?
It was great.
Well, I hope that was helpful, guys. Some tips and tricks. And really, I'm talking about mental toughness. At the end of the day, when all the tips and tricks fail or whatever, you got to have a certain mental toughness. You're just not going to quit. You're not going to quit. You can't quit. And that's what really carries you through. Some guys have it. Some guys seem not to. So which are you going to be? I was pretty easy on Sam. He's a friend, and we're in a civilian context. And really the point was to show you a few things, not to really replicate what he's about to run into to a fuller extent. He's been running and doing all kinds of stuff, but Sam, that's the first time something like that's happened to you, right?
Right.
And that was misery. He's like, that was worse than a half marathon, wasn't it?
It was.
And that's just a little kind of glimpse of the anguish that awaits. I remember this happened so many times where I was forced to do push-ups, as I'm working my way toward Ranger Battalion. Even in Ranger Battalion as a private, where you'd get down and you'd be smoked for an hour or two or more, just ongoing torment. Pre-Ranger, there's nothing fun about pre-Ranger, where I remember distinctly trying for half an hour to do one push-up. I couldn't do it. And all they did is just scream at me while I wriggled around on the floor in a pool of my own sweat, desperately trying to get up, and my body just wouldn't cooperate. And what they're trying to see is whether I would quit. Would I keep trying to do that one push-up? Because it's not really impressive to us of like, oh, great, you can do 100 or 200 push, or I'm gonna get everyone to their breaking point till you don't have anything left, and then I'm going to watch. And I'm going to see who keeps trying, whose will doesn't break. And your will get broken. I just want to see who the last people are, and I'm going to take them as Rangers. So prepare yourselves accordingly. Hope this was helpful, guys. Train hard, train smart, train hard. See ya.